97.1, Jim Costa in today. Mike with an impromptu day off. We'll be back tomorrow. Sitting across from Rico. We got a lot of ground to cover. Roberto's Memorial Day Blitz coming up at the end of the hour. We want to get to Thursday night football. Rico, this had been rumored, now official. Thursday night football is getting a little bit of a boost. Games can now be flexed late in the season, weeks 13 through 17. Amazon gets 2 per year. The flexes must be done with 28 days notice. Teams can't play 2 away Thursday night games in a season. They're trying to make Thursday night more attractive.
They can't play 2 away Thursday night games?
That's what this says.
Then that takes the Lions off the books.
Well, because the Lions already have 2, right? They're playing Green Bay.
And
right out of the gate, they're playing Kansas City.
Great.
But I want to know how fans feel about this because it's been pointed out. If you're someone who goes to road games, you may buy a ticket for a week 15, 16, or week 17 game. You make plans for that Sunday. You book a hotel, a flight, and then the NFL at the start of the month is going to say, actually, it's a Thursday game, and you got to scramble and change all your plans.
Yeah, and by the way, good luck switching out your flights. We're not going to put anything. The NFL's been that way for the longest. They don't really care about you. They have grown into this entity where we can do whatever we want. But go ahead.
But even the idea of Thursday night, to me, it's always felt like more of the JV game, like the JV game of the week. The big game is Sunday night and Monday night. The Thursday night's the appetizer at the front of the week. And the exception is, of course, Thanksgiving or the opening game of the season when you're kicking everything off. But all the other Thursday night games to me, Rico, feel like the JV portion of the slate.
And honestly, I would say the opening weekend is big. Thanksgiving for a while even kind of felt the same way, where it wasn't, at least here, it wasn't a marquee matchup. It was Lions and Bears. Lions and fill in blank with other bad teams, Lions and Texans. I look at this, Thursday night has always been that gimmicky night. Even when you look at the Amazon and how they would have to do the thing with the with the metrics where you would follow the play, it would look like a video game.
Oh, yeah, they added that last year. Yeah, that's the other thing. The games aren't even on cable anymore. Like, do you really want your team in the middle of the season, the middle of a playoff push, to get flexed into short rest for a big game? No, the big game should be flexed into prime time at the end of the week, not at the start of the week where you have short rest and you can't even, some people have a hard time finding the game. Not that it's an excuse, but it is harder. I hate the idea that they could be flexing big, meaningful games into Thursday night football.
Go ahead.
Can I give one quick correction? Yes, I know it says 2 away Thursday night games, but technically the first week is not considered Thursday night.
Okay.
It is the opener on NBC, not on Amazon. So
okay.
Week 2 and on is what Thursday night is.
So the Lions could still be in this. And here's the thing. When you got to do the gimmicks of the color rush jerseys or different things to play, I'm with you. When I think Thursday night football, I mean, not anymore because Jacksonville is good, but it was like Jacksonville versus Houston.
Tennessee. And
it was versus the Browns. It was like the bottom of the league, and it was background. It was football, but it wasn't like the real games. It was maybe a step above the games in England. Well, now get played at 9 o'clock in the morning.
And now they're trying to change the perception by putting bigger, better matchups on Thursday night. And I just wonder if it's possible to change that perception. I don't think it is, and I think you're going to put the best games, the best teams in a lousy situation on a short week, and you're going to disenfranchise fans who would otherwise be excited for that matchup.
See, I think what you're going to have is you're going to have teams like the Lions, like your top-tier teams. I don't think they're moving to Thursday night. I don't think you're going to see the Eagles get, week 13 flexed into Thursday night. No. But a team like the Lions where, let's say they're winning or they're at least interesting, I could easily see them getting moved over. Let's put Detroit back up there. Now, you're right. Now, let's just say you got a team that's playing Vegas and you got this Vegas trip planned. David, and all of a sudden, it's now a Thursday game. You got the hotel room booked. You got your flight booked. You got the time off of work. It's all meaningless.
Yeah, like look at for the Lions, the games that they would play in weeks. This is 13 through 17. So chop out the final week, and it's the 4 weeks prior. It could be at Chicago, which some people here might want to go to. It's drivable.
Okay, now that one, game. You don't have to worry about.
I know the Bears aren't very good. But
no, but at least it doesn't screw you over on the flight.
Mm-hmm. You would have the Denver game, which is here. That's a little more doable. At Minnesota and at Dallas. Those are big games against teams that you could be fighting for a playoff spot with, a division title spot with. Those are the type of games that could actually get flexed to Amazon Thursday night. Would you really want to play short week on the road and fans who had previously made plans are being upended? This is only for TV. This is only for Bezos and Amazon and a league partner. Right. Everybody else loses. The players, the teams, the fans. I'd rather play the game at 1 o'clock or the Dallas game is that night game on Saturday night. Yeah. Keep it there.
That one I don't think that one would get flexed because that's already a night game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Minnesota game, especially if it means something, maybe they push that up to Thursday. But yeah, now you're coming off that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, even though you get a full month ahead of time. The Chicago game would be the only one if you were going to do it, because even you take a 30-minute flight, so it's not a lot of wear and tear on the body. Mm-hmm. Fans could actually drive to Soldier Field. It's the only one, if they were included, that I would say, okay. And the beauty of it, well, I guess you really wouldn't need the extra day because I thought Minnesota was the next week. Like, you get 10 days to prepare for the Vikings.
No, there's Denver in the middle.
It's Denver.
Cam, let's get your thoughts. Cam, how do you feel about the flexing of Thursday night football late in the season?
Yeah, you got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys just answered my question is that I couldn't remember what week they were talking about for that, but my brother's getting married next spring, and we're trying to plan his bachelor party, and we've been heavily talking about going to that New Orleans game. And I guess that's going to be the week or two prior to this whole thing. So I guess that won't affect our travel plans too much, and we can just kind of motor on through with the rest of our planning now. But, yeah, that's what we were really concerned about and talking about today is, like, holy crap, do we even try and plan anything, or we just kind of do it last minute to see what's going to happen? But you got, like, 12 people that are going to be potentially going. So, yeah, it really sucks for the fans to do that to people that are traveling.
Well, it's one thing to get flexed into Sunday night from Sunday during the day. Like, you can work around that a little easier. But if it's from Sunday backwards to Thursday, you can't make that
Sunday night
up.
Means, okay, we got to extend and get one more day with the hotel type of thing. But, yeah, I was wondering that New Orleans game, too, but it's just week.
Well, hold on. Technically, week 13, David, isn't that part of this? Doesn't the New Orleans game fall into
Week 13 is a part of it, yes.
So at New Orleans. Yeah, so don't buy those tickets, Cam.
Yeah, going to have to figure something out, I guess.
Yeah, that sucks because thanks, Raj. By the way, set to get extended by the NFL. Yeah, you got to rope them in. So it's New Orleans, Chicago, Denver, Minnesota, Dallas, weeks 13 through 17 for the Lions that are subject to an Amazon Prime Flex Thursday night game.
And now that I'm looking at it, maybe they would have the advantage if they flex the New Orleans game.
Because they're coming off Thanksgiving.
It's coming off of Thanksgiving, so it would still be 7 days.
That's the game I would see as the most feasible.
But isn't that one of the games if you're going to go to as a fan? Like Cam's bringing it up for part of a bachelor party. Arrowhead right out of the gate would be fun to go to. But outside of that, New Orleans? Come on.
New Orleans and Dallas. My neighbor is trying to go there. And he's like, yeah, he was hoping it was going to be at New Year's Eve so he could be down there. But, yeah, that's one of those games that at least if the Lions got flexed into the New Orleans game, you wouldn't be on a short schedule because you would have played the Packers on Thanksgiving, and then that's that next week.
That's maybe the best for the team, not better for the fans.
See, you know who to blame here. Of course, we know TV, money, all that rules here. But it's Al Michaels is who we need to be blaming here.
He didn't even want to be there.
He complained every week about the matchup and what was going on in the game. And I think Bezos looked at that and said, okay, look, I'm embarrassed here. My own play-by-play guy doesn't want to be here. Make a change, NFL.
David, what you are seeing, this is on a grander level of what we talked about yesterday. When you sell your soul and you pay the money,
Yep.
and you cash those checks from the networks, you don't realize that the networks is calling the shots. So it's what we talked about when Michigan State's going to take Penn State on a Black Friday, but I don't want them to play. Well, you already cashed a check. It doesn't matter. We're going to move this to make our lives convenient. We want the best matchup because we want people to watch. Same's going to happen with the NFL. You signed a deal with Amazon, and Amazon got tired of crap games. NBC said, you got to give us better games, Big Ten. We need some more marquee teams. So you got Ohio State, Michigan State. You're going to have Michigan State, Penn State in November at night because you signed this deal. Look, Lions fans, you wanted more primetime games. You can't complain if you get one of these flex games. Because last year, all I heard was the disrespect card. Nobody cares about us. You were 1 o'clock Sunday. I knew exactly where you were all the time until they finally flexed you in week 18.
If the Lions get flexed to a Thursday night game, they will play 4 Thursday night football games this season. The opener, at Green Bay, Thanksgiving hosting Green Bay, and the flexed game. Thursday night games, to me, don't carry the same cachet.
Thursday night game, but see, maybe it's because you're on the cusp, but you haven't crashed the party yet.
You're not getting the big time.
Right.
Sunday night, they earned it last year. But see, the difference was they got flexed from Sunday to Sunday.
Okay, and let's be real. They didn't get flexed into Sunday. They happened to be playing Aaron Rodgers in his final game at Green Bay. Whoever Green Bay was playing that week was going to get flexed. It just so happened to be you.
How do you feel about it? Lions fan, football fan, these games are going to get flexed. You get 28 days notice. How do you feel as a fan? How does it impact the team? 248-539-9797. It's 97.1.